Hi there. It's day 61 of keeping away from people, even when we're just outside fighting dandelions. We're not quarantined. Cute, huh? If you're lucky, very lucky, you're not alone. Look at me. I've got an allergy, almost a sense of humor, and baby snuggles. So I am not alone. They're carefully lifting the quarantine in places, and I think that's great, even though no one knows how safe it's going to be afterwards. Still, there's a worldwide race to try to figure out how to beat COVID-19. And I pray that we all win that race, because this thing has gone on for too darn long and is too damn serious. But, and there's always a but, if you really want to talk serious, let's go back to 1342 when the bubonic plague first arrived in Europe. It killed almost half of everybody. Half! And if you want to talk government response, it took 35 years before the first good plague law. In 1377, the Adriatic port city of Ragusa ordered ships from plague-infested areas to wait outside the harbor for a month. They called it a Trentine. This may have been the greatest medical advance of the Renaissance, but, and here's another but, few remember this ancient town for anything other than the Game of Thrones. It's where King's Landing and Blackwater Bay were filmed. It's where Cersei took her little walk. And if you've never seen the show, 2 words, binge watch. It's what we did. By the way, that shows you how important it is to have a catchy name. 71 years later, 1448, Venice, Italy, not California, started to make ships wait 40 days, 40 giorni. That's where the word quarantine comes from, 40 giorni. That's why you remember Venice, not Ragusa. Just so you know, it's okay to laugh at my Brooklyn accented Latin. Forget about it. I'm not going to get baby snuggles to kneecap ya. So here's the question. Why 40 days? Did Renaissance virology experts come up with that number? You're right. I don't think they did. Turns out that 40 is in the Bible almost 150 times. So it's understood by Muslims, Christians, Jews, Baha'is to mean a time of testing. And please, don't ask me what other religions believe. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Moses went up Mount Sinai twice for that long. Once he came back with the 10 Commandments. He was in Egypt and then wandered with the Jews in the desert for, that's right, for 40 years. The devil tempted Jesus for 40 days and 40 nights. So Christians deny themselves for that long at Lent. Now this is similar to what Muslims do for the 30 days of Ramadan, except they don't do it for Jesus. Another, by the way, there's a custom called postpartum confinement where new moms are not allowed to do anything. They can't cook, clean, read. They can't even wash themselves. Their family is supposed to do everything for them. It usually lasts a month, but sometimes you find that it is, that's right, 40 days. And I'm wondering, hey mom, out there, any of you, is that what you did? Tell us, please. Before I forget, the Chinese call it Zhuyi, which means sitting the month, and it sometimes lasts 40 days and 40 nights. And you, don't laugh at my Brooklyn Mandarin. You try to do it better, huh? Alas, by the way, the Old Testament had isolating the sick thousands of years ago. So what Ragusa did for the lepers in 1272 was not new. Amazingly, the impressive stone complex they built in the 1600s still stands. It gives Europe the word lazaretto, which means a place of quarantine. Ragusa was renamed Dubrovnik after World War I, and the complex became a nightclub district. No, you can't go dancing there because of the coronavirus. It's deserted now. Croatians are joking that they're in cafe bar rehab. You know what that is, don't you? Now, what does 20 plus 20 equal? 40! If you have 20/20 vision, which I never have and never will, it's perfect. And this is the year, what? 2020. So is this year a perfect one or what? What do you think of that? I am Mike for the Be More Better team, and I've gone 84 days without eating between meals. I've lost 15 pounds, and boy, I hope they stay lost. More importantly, I'm up to 2,437 confirmed dandelion kills, all without herbicides. Hand-to-plant combat. I really wish those numbers had some 40s in them, but I gotta be honest, especially when I remind you that you help yourself when you help others, and that's the truth. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, follow, all the rest. Subscribe if you haven't, but always, always be more better. Body, mind, and spirit. And then be even more better when you remind people that they should do what humanity has done forever and helped others. Tell us what sort of things are helping you through the quarantine besides Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was great, wasn't it? This has been a pleasure. Until the next time, bye now. Thank you.